The most dangerous lie you were ever told is that someone is coming to save you. In the real world, the rescue party never arrives. Continues how to grow. Silas stands in the center of his freezing workshop, staring at a massive 300-pound iron generator block that has slipped from its mount. His muscles are already trembling from the first attempt to move it. He looks at the heavy oak door, his ears straining for the sound of a truck, a knock, or even a shout from a neighbor. He remembers the promises made by people who said they'd be there when things got tough. But as the clock on the wall ticks with a hollow, mocking rhythm, the truth sets in. The success mindset truth is a cold one. Waiting is just a slow way to surrender. Every second he spends looking at that door is a second he loses to the rust. Barnaby sits by the door, his head tilted, sensing the heavy silence of a man realizing he is truly on his own. Silas reaches into his pocket and pulls out his phone. The screen is cracked, reflecting his own grimy face. He scrolls through his contacts, names of friends, family, people who shared drinks and laughs when the sun was out. He hesitates, his thumb hovering over a name. Then he stops. He realizes that a call for help is often just a call for pity. When you ask to be saved, you hand over the keys to your destiny. The hunger for rescue is a trap that keeps you weak. He looks at the phone, then at the massive unmoving iron block. He sees the connection. As long as he believes he needs them, the machine wins. He puts the phone on a greasy workbench face down. He isn't just silencing a device. He is silencing the part of himself that still feels entitled to assistance. A success mindset doesn't start with a plan. It starts with the death of the victim. Barnaby nudges his hand, sensing the internal shift. Why is it so hard to be the lone wolf? Because our biology hates it. Thousands of years ago, being alone meant being prey. Our brains evolved to seek safety in numbers. When you are left alone, your brain triggers a stress response telling you that you are in danger. This is why most people quit. When the crowd leaves, they aren't just tired. They are biologically terrified. But Silas is learning to rewire that instinct. Science calls it internal locus of control. It's the shift from believing the world happens to you to knowing the world happens because of you. By accepting the isolation, he is reclaiming his neural real estate. He stops looking for a hand to hold and starts looking for a tool to use. His success mindset is beginning to act like a biological shield. He isn't a victim of the silence. He is becoming the master of it. He looks at the ceiling beams, calculating angles, his mind shifting from fear to physics. Silas finds an old rusted chain hoist in the corner, buried under a pile of rotted tarp. It's seized, frozen by years of neglect, much like his own self-belief. He doesn't wait for someone to bring him oil. He doesn't complain that the tool is broken. He starts to work. Scrape, scrub, oil, repeat. This is the silent forge. It's the work you do when there is no audience, no music, and no encouragement. In the silence, Silas hears the micro-language of the machine. He feels the rust giving way to the steel. A success mindset finds its voice in the sound of progress, not the sound of praise. He realizes that the silence is a filter. It kept the weak people out and kept the real work in. Barnaby watches, his tail wagging slowly in the rhythm of Silas's scrubbing. The workshop is no longer an empty room. It's a temple of self-reliance. The strongest man in the world is the one who stands most alone, because his strength doesn't depend on a consensus. CTA. If you are ready to stop waiting for a hero and start becoming one, join the pack. Subscribe to Aletheia Flow, and let's forge your future together. Continues. Silas stands up, the hoist now cleaned and oiled. He hooks it to the main beam. He feels the weight of the moment. For the first time, he isn't wishing for help. He is grateful for the absence of it. If someone had helped him, he would have remained the boy who couldn't lift the load. Now he is the man who built the solution. This is the pivot of a success mindset, shifting from "I need help" to "I am the help." He grips the cold steel chain, his hands calloused and ready. He isn't just lifting a machine. He is lifting his entire life out of the dirt. Silas pulls. The chain groans a metallic protest that echoes through the empty shipyard. The hoist clicks once, twice, 3 times. The 300-pound generator block doesn't move. Silas's boots slip on the oily floor. He grunts, the veins in his neck, bulging, his muscles screaming against the gravity. This is where most people call a friend. This is where the average person gives up and says, "It's impossible." But Silas has killed the option of quitting. He uses his weight, leaning his whole body into the pull. He realizes that the physics of success is simple. You have to be more stubborn than the object in front of you. A success mindset doesn't ask for a lighter load. It builds a stronger back. He finds a foothold on a rusted metal plate and pulls again. The hoist clicks a 4th time. The machine twitches. The silence is broken by the sound of victory starting to happen. In the struggle, Silas stops thinking about people. He starts talking to the problem. He feels where the hoist is sticking. He adjusts the angle of his pull. He is no longer shouting for help. He is listening to the machine. This is the deep dialogue of the success mindset. When you are alone, you develop a relationship with the obstacle. You learn its weaknesses, its weight, and its secrets. Silas realizes that the people who always have help never learn this language. They are always translators, never masters. He pulls with a rhythmic, steady force, matching his breath to the click of the gears. Barnaby stands up, tail wagging, pacing back and forth, as if he's guarding the perimeter of Silas's focus. The silent forge is working. The world outside has ceased to exist. There is only Silas, the hoist, and the iron. With one final bone-crushing pull, the generator block lifts. It clears the floor, hovering in the air like a defeated giant. Silas holds the line, his chest, heaving, his heart hammering against his ribs. He locks the hoist. The silence returns, but it's different now. It's no longer the silence of abandonment. It's the silence of achievement. He looks at his hands. They are bleeding slightly from the chain, but they are the hands of a man who knows he is enough. A success mindset is the realization that your potential is a well that only you can draw from. He realizes that if a friend had walked in 5 minutes ago, they would have stolen this victory from him. They would have taken the struggle, and in doing so, they would have taken the growth. He looks at the hanging iron, and for the first time in his life, he feels truly safe, because he knows he can save himself. Silas begins to move the generator block into its new reinforced mount. He moves with a new kind of grace, the grace of the self-reliant. He realizes that the people who didn't show up were actually his greatest teachers. They taught him that hope is not a strategy, and waiting is not a life. This is the foundation of a real success mindset. You are the primary cause. He looks at his phone on the bench. It's still face down. He doesn't need to check it anymore. The messages, the likes, the approval of the town, it all feels like static compared to the solid reality of the machine he just moved. He is building his mast, but more importantly, he is building the man who can stand under it. He pours himself a cup of cold water, tasting the sweetness of effort. He is no longer afraid of the dark. He is the light. How to grow? You grow by realizing that the silent forge is where the strongest parts of you are made. A success mindset is the fire you build when the rest of the world goes cold. Silas walks to the door of his workshop and finally opens it. The morning air is crisp and clear. He looks at the town in the distance, still sleeping, still waiting for something to happen. He doesn't feel anger toward them. He feels a quiet, distant peace. He has his mast. He has his flow. And he has the knowledge that no matter what breaks, he is the one who will fix it. He and Barnaby step out into the light, 2 figures forged in silence, ready for whatever the day brings. Build your mast, master your flow, take a breath, and let life carry you. Until next time.